Hello, today I want to talk about how I quit my job, why I did that, what fears I have, just describe my experience to you. Maybe you'll find yourself in my experience and find some conclusions for your life. First of all, let's start with the background I have so that you understand why I have this privilege to quit, why I have this opportunity. Actually, as all the people probably in the world, I went to the school, then I went to university. We have like 11 grades of school and then you immediately go to university here in Ukraine, and 4 years you learn for the bachelor's degree. That's what I did. I learned 4 years at university, and then if you want you can continue with 2 years of master's degree, which I didn't do because I didn't like the university here and how it taught me. I immediately wanted to jump into the profession, into the work, and start providing for myself and my family. So I immediately started to work different jobs. Actually, I went to the graphic design course, I can do the graphic design. I was a customer support manager for many years. I was an English tutor for many years. I know Spanish and English, and basically I tried a lot of stuff. I do the YouTube channel, and as for right now, I've been working for a year and 8 months probably at my current position, which is a customer support manager again, because it paid okay in terms of like jumping into the profession and already getting some solid amount of money. I asked you on my Instagram what questions you have for me for this video, and thank you very much for actually asking them, and I see that this topic is quite interesting. I will answer some of the questions in this video, but some of them will be unanswered and I will answer them in my future videos. By the way, if you want the next video on how to plan quitting your job, like phase by phase, step by step, if you want that video, please hit the like button, and if we have like 200 likes on this video, I will immediately make the second part about your quitting plan. Here comes the list of reasons why I quit. The reason number one is the growth, the absence of growth to be more precise. Actually, I tried to apply for a team leader, I tried to change positions to find out what I like more. I tried to tell my leaders that I want to work more, I want to do something else, I want to learn more, but there's no growth. There's no growth in financial sphere, nor in the positional sphere. What? And this is extremely annoying that for more than a year I've been working here and my pay rise was only about 3 to 4%. It didn't even cover the inflation. This is one of the reasons why I want to quit. No growth. The second reason why I want to quit is no learning. I've learned everything about customer support that I need for right now, and there's no other things that I should learn at my work. Although I really appreciate my company for making lectures for us, for making some trainings for us, but the trainings are about the things that I don't want to develop in. I got a dog here. I'm in the park where there are a lot of dogs and I like when they come over me. The third reason why I'm quitting my job is that I'm not going to do the customer support thing forever, you know, for years ahead. This is why I don't really think this is sustainable to continue working here, because I'm just wasting my time with this job that I don't want to do for longer. I would rather trade these 8 hours a day not for money but for some knowledge and some work that will last, that I will grow in, that I will be able to scale in. I've recently finished the marketing course and I think I'm gonna try something in this area. Although these all reasons, they appear quite rational to me, I still have my fears. Probably every person that quits definitely has their fears, and of course I am worried, I am scared. I don't know if this all is gonna work out, if I'm gonna be able to find another job, if I'm gonna be able to learn and become a professional in some things. This is very stressful, and even for the past several days I've been really rude to my husband because I just became a little bit angrier because of the stress that I'm feeling because of the quitting the job. And if you are in the same situation, you probably know what I'm talking about. Worrying about quitting your job is real and normal. To overcome your fear, I offer you something that I use myself, which is the worst case scenario task that consists of like writing down what you are afraid of, how to prevent it, and plan B if the prevention did work. So basically you make these 3 columns and you write down all these things. For example, my fear is to run out of money, to live poorly, to not be able to provide for myself, This is the biggest fear probably that I have right now, and I put it in the first column. Then I have to describe the prevention of this thing. The biggest tip here is that you prepare your second column, your prevention, right before you quit your job, not after. How I prevent this from happening is that I have a side job, which is the YouTube, that brings me about $60 a month, which is not a lot, but still something. I'm not gonna die from hunger. And second thing is that I have my emergency fund in case of not having enough money. I have my emergency fund for a backup. And the third column is plan B, whatever how you call it. Like the worst thing that can happen for me is to go back to office work. And I probably will not go back to customer support, but I will work for some marketing agency at least to follow something that I'm interested in and something that will last and bring me certain skills that will pay off and pay off a lot more than what I'm currently doing. This whole system is created for you to face your worst case scenario, and usually when you look at it, when you face it, it appears to be not that scary anymore, because you basically have all the stages of what can happen, and the last one, the worst one, is coming back to your work and coming back to where you are right now. Is it that scary? I don't think so. Well, at least for me, it's not like the end of the world if I have to go back to the office work. So yeah, this is what helps me to overcome my fears, and you do this with all of your fears. The next fear that I want to introduce to you is probably bigger than all of that I described before, and all of that you probably have for yourself, for your situation, which is what will happen if you don't quit. Let's just think about what can happen if you don't quit, if you continue doing what you hate. If this is like your situation, I know not everybody hates their jobs, but if you do hate your job and you stay at your job, what can happen? I did some counting, and on average here in Ukraine people work from when they are 20 to 62, at least women, they retire at 62, and this is the 42 years of working. We actually sleep 14 years. 14 years in a row we sleep, and we just cross this time from our lives. The 7 years from this 42 years is something that we spend on work. Like every minute of the 7 years we spend on work. And what we have left is 21 years, I guess. Did I do the right counting? I really hope so. We have 21 years left, and it's just not 20 years that we spend wonderfully and we just rest and do what we want. We just hop in the clouds. This is something that we also spend on taking care of our families, on cleaning, doing the chores, paying taxes, washing the dishes, going to bathroom, pooping and peeing, in case you don't know what you do in the bathroom, eating, cooking food. For this all you have 21 years. The next question is, do you want to waste these 7 years of your life, of your precious life, on something that you really hate? In my case, I already spent quite enough time on something I hate, because I've never done something that really brings me joy in my life and that I want it to last. I've never done anything that would give me, pure joy. No. If I don't hate my job, it's okay job for me. And YouTube has been one of this, and maybe marketing is one of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that stuff. Although I'm very scared to leave, I am probably more scared to stay. What about you? Tell me in the comments whether or not you feel okay spending 7 years of your life on what you're doing right now, or not, or you want to loan for something else. Tell me in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear that. I would just like to refer to some other questions that were asked in my Instagram. What I wanted to answer is, what's your plan A, B, C? I probably covered some of these questions like above, but my plan A is become a successful content creator, which is probably Gen Z dream right now. And actually I have a plan B, which is doing the digital marketing for other companies, and actually I want to try Spanish tutoring, and I also can take some side YouTube projects like editing and doing the content management. I already perfected this a little bit, so I feel confident in my knowledge, and maybe I can find some side hustle too. But you know what, while doing the plan A, I really want to try, put in some of the plan B to the plan A, because I really want to develop my marketing skills and maybe try to work with someone while I'm doing the YouTube and Instagram and all the other social media. And plan C is the worst that can happen, is me going back to the office job. And I don't really think that I will go back to customer support. As I said, I probably will do some marketing agency thing. And this is my plan C. And if this all is gonna fail, I'll probably go work at McDonald's. Also, I'm quite privileged because I have my family, and if I run out of money, for example, I can always borrow some money, and also I don't have to pay rent. This is also very important to understand why I am able to quit. Because I have some of the things that help me out with that. You're also asking me about how to find courage. I watched one YouTuber that was also telling about her story of quitting her job. She actually quit because of the burnout, and she was saying that, how did I find courage? Well, that's a weird question, because I had to find courage to stay, to wake up every Monday and go into something that I really hate. She told about staying at her job as something that needs courage, not leaving her job, This is just so interesting for me, because although it's not my situation, my job was okay, I don't hate myself doing that and I don't feel that burnout. But what I feel is that shifting that mindset from finding courage to leave to finding courage to stay, from having fear to leave to having fear to stay, is something that can also help fighting all that scary moments and all that uncertainty. And I try to think it this way: what if I stay and see that my career is going nowhere? And please hit the like button so that more people who want to quit will see this video and find some encouragement here. This is my video that covers the budgeting thing. I think it will be very interesting, especially if you want to quit your job. And this is my Patreon page. I also invite you to join it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.